Hi, this is Sarah, the Stitchin Mommy, and this is Monday, August 12th, and I just wrapped up my last week's vlog, and now I'm starting today's for this week, and I need to draw a new Arbitrary August piece. As you'll see, I have April Fairy, Nativity, and Love Letter are all blacked out, so I can't draw those again, and I'm going to be pulling this for likely a 2-day rotation. So let's see what I get today. La Soiree. So this is another golden kite, and it's another full coverage. I have a good percentage of these are full coverage because I've been focusing on other things so far this year. So, and I have, I think, 20 full coverage total. So that's a fun one. I'm still in the background and it's a light yellow, so I will go get that and show you where it's at. So this is La Soiree, and this is, believe it or not, the medium size of this piece. They also have a regular and a small. But I thought this was really pretty with their shiny satin dresses and listening to some music. I have cropped this piece a little bit. I've taken off, I think, the top, at least one row at the top, maybe two, of this background, because I don't want to waste my time on that. And then I took off a far row over here too. So it's just the girls. I kept this bench because I thought that was pretty too. So this is where I'm at. Still in page 1. But this is kind of a cool, you can see the background coming out in the wallpaper. And right here is the start of a, see, since I've cropped it, I'm down here, so this is like the pattern in the wallpaper, and then I'm starting in on this part, this with like the paneling on the wall. So that's where I'm at. You can see the wallpaper. This is all finished, and then this is the edge of that paneling. So the band will be right here. And that's where I'm at right now, and we shall see how far I can get in 2 days. Talk to you on Wednesday or Thursday. Talk to you later. Bye. So now it is actually Thursday. Once again, I decided to give this an extra day. And I actually worked on it today also. This is almost about 2 in the afternoon, so I worked on it just now to try to finish up this column, which is what I was hoping to do. I was hoping to just finish it yesterday, but I didn't have a lot of time yesterday to do much of anything, so I probably wouldn't have been able to film yesterday anyways, even if I was going to switch my projects yesterday. So I went ahead and finished this column yesterday and today, and now I'll be switching to my next Arbitrary August piece. Once again, I suppose my weekend piece will only get 2 days, but that's alright because it's Arbitrary August. So there's one more column in this page, and that column and the next column in page 2 is the like twisty part of the panel that I showed you the other day. I'm right about, I cut off the top, so I'm right here, and so this twisty panel will take up 2 columns, and then her head is going to be like right here. So that's really fun on page 2. Because I'm cropping the top off, I'll go straight into the picture pretty quickly here. So this is actually really fun. This is, I forgot to say last time, this is on 24 count Congress cloth. 2/1 half stitches is what I'm doing, and it's a canvas. It's very thick and stiff. I think that it's probably used for needlepoint a lot of times. But it's really nice for half stitches because it doesn't warp as much. And the coverage is just really nice. It's actually somewhat tricky, and that's another reason I wanted to just go ahead and finish this column, is a lot of my colors are currently blending in with this beige fabric or canvas. So it's hard to see when I have a hole in my stitching and when it's actually thread. So I wanted to just go ahead and get it done. Even though I have my chart highlighted, I wanted to finish it and call it good. So there's another column finish, not a page finish. I will be counting my Nativity page finish I did last week towards finishes that will earn me new starts next year, but not this one because this was not quite ready yet. Alright, so now I am ready to draw my next piece for Arbitrary August. I have my first 3 choices blacked out there, so those should not show up. Let's see what I'm going to work on the next 2 days. The flower garden, which is, yes, you heard it, another full coverage piece. This is another one that's probably still in the first page because there's a lot of confetti, but it's a really pretty one. And I had a couple questions about this. I have an iPhone and I'm using Tiny Decisions. It's a free app, and all you do is you download the app and then you can enter in whatever values you want, and you can choose to make it a non-repeating selection if you would like to not have repeats. I believe there's something, maybe roulette wheel or something, if you have an Android phone, but you could probably just search for decision wheel or something if you don't have an iPhone. But if you do have an iPhone, Tiny Decisions is the name of the app that I'm using. So I will go get Flower Garden and show you where I'm at with that one. So here is the Flower Garden. This particular one is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork by either Emily or Emil Vernon. I'm not sure. Might be a boy. I believe Golden Kite had a version of this too, which was smaller. But I actually liked the detail in this version better, and it was less expensive. But this is the Heaven and Earth Designs version. And I have my Three Sisters piece is also by this artist, so I really like their work. And this is where I'm at now. Very early, because this is full of confetti. Just column number 2 on page 1. I had a string of new full coverage new starts a couple 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 3 years ago now. And so several of these I started then. So they all have kind of a small amount of progress. This would be cool to finish this, but again, I don't know how much confetti is in there, so we shall see how much I can do in the next couple days, if I can get close to finishing a column or if just a couple blocks. So we shall see. In the meantime, talk to you later. Bye. Hi, so it is now actually Monday, August 19th, and I'm ready to finish this set of vlogs and start my next week. So as you can see, I managed to finish this column. I had down here was undone. This is the Flower Garden, which you would have known because you just saw the last one. And I managed to finish the column, but not until this morning. I did not work on any major projects the last couple days. I don't know if it was having so many full coverages back to back that made me kind of not feel like stitching, or if it was just a busy week with the kids starting back to school last week and having weird schedules. But I just kind of wasn't feeling like stitching this weekend, so I didn't work on this at all on Saturday and Sunday. My plan had been on Saturday, to finish up this column. I had 4 colors here in this little gold bit right here. There were 3 or 4 parked threads and one that I still needed to find. That's all I had left by the end of Friday. And so I was Saturday, my plan was to finish that, and then maybe when I didn't get to that on Saturday, I thought, well, maybe Sunday I'll finish that. And then all I'll do on the Quick Stitch Iris would be finish that column as well, because I only had a little bit left of that column. So I figured, I'll just go ahead and finish the 2 columns and call it good. I didn't get to either one of them. So this morning, I like how this has been going, where I'm finishing columns at the very least. I finished that one page, but I've been finishing columns. So these are pieces that may not see the light of day normally this year because they're not really focus pieces. So it's been nice actually to put it away with a finish in a column at the very least, because then I feel like I have something to show for it. So I went ahead and finished the column this morning right here before I filmed, because I wanted to finish that up and have that satisfaction before I put it away again for probably the rest of the year. So this looks really cool, but there is a lot of confetti, and it'll be a little while before I get to the main subject. A lot of these full coverage are pretty, but they're definitely process. I don't have any goals of finishing them. They're just for fun. I'm not in a rush. So I didn't work on Quick Stitch Iris at all this weekend, and that's okay. I wasn't planning to work on it at all in August anyways with my original plan, so working on it some is better than what I had originally thought to do. So possibly this coming weekend I'll get back to it again, but until then I will move back to Arbitrary August for this new week. And I think this week is the first week all my kids are back in school on their regular schedules. So I'm home alone right now. It's really great. So I'm hopeful that I can get back to working on my temperature pieces a little bit during the day, and then having my evenings to work on fun things. And so, as well as getting hopefully a little bit more caught up on Flosstube and all of that. So we shall see how it goes. For now, I will show you what I've been working on for my additional stitching, and then I'll wrap this up and get it uploaded and start in on my next week of Arbitrary August. So this is Temperature Quilt, and I did very little on this. This is the mock-up. This is what it looked like last time, and there's not a lot of difference. I didn't get any more blocks done. Last time I had just finished July. I spent one day, I believe, working on this. So I got like, I think, well, maybe even 2 days, but I got, this right here was one length of thread, and then this down here was 2 lengths of thread. So I got sashing worked on, but nothing has started in August. But it is progress. There were several days I should have worked on this that I didn't, but again, I had kind of lost my stitchy bug. So there is that. Hopefully I can get back to this coming week as well. I think this is today's piece, so we'll see how I do on that. The balloons I actually did better on. So this is the mock-up for balloons, and I'll show you where it was last week. And here it is now. So I am actually caught up on my balloons. I worked on this yesterday and got these last few finished up, and did like maybe 5 stitches over here. So this is still a parked thread. There's still a few more rows of basket, but I'm really happy that I got my balloon caught up. So there's, woohoo, a milestone that I actually did. So this is caught up through, I guess, Saturday, because I worked on it yesterday and I do the day before is the last one I can do. But I think it's coming along better than the mock-up as far as like being able to see that it was charted on a diagonal, because we had such a cool June. These are cool colors, and now there's like this band of the hot stuff. So I think compared to this where it's just all hot, I think this year shows off the diagonal charting a little bit better. So that's kind of cool. I'll definitely be using this as a cover picture when it's done for my pattern. And then my last thing is my travel stitching, which I'm doing Tea and Cakes by Lakeside Needlecraft. This is a free sal that's still available on their Facebook page. And it originally came out one part at a time back in the day, but you can get the file with the whole thing finished now. And I probably could have this block finished by now, but there were a couple days in the valet line that I just didn't want to stitch. There was one day I forgot this, and I figured, oh, because I grabbed my bag, but forgot I had this with me at ice skating lessons the day before and didn't take it out of my ice skating bag before going to the valet pickup. So I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll work on Furry Animals Freebie today. And I pulled that one out and realized my scissors are in this bag, not in the other bag. And I didn't want to work on a full coverage piece with a whole bunch of threads hanging that I didn't know where they'd go back without scissors. So I decided to just play on my phone and waste my time. So, and then the next couple days I was just like, I don't feel like stitching. I'm good. So I did get a little bit on this at ice skating and maybe one other time, but so it does have some progress, but not as much as I probably could have if I just felt like stitching. So this week I think will be better. I'm kind of in the mood to stitch again. So this is what that looked like before, and here it is now. So I think it's turning out really cute. I got all the stitching completed and the pink back stitched. There's some pink outlining here, and my cat's gonna come join us. Hello. Yeah. She's so helpful. I got got this green outline done, and then the dark gray started. So these 2 cupcakes are finished. This one still has the top left to finish, and then I'll backstitch these and move on to the stitching in this block. So, yeah. Hello, Cinnamon. Yeah. So that's what I got done this week. We shall see how it goes going forward. And I think maybe when I finish this block, I'll move on to Furry Animals Freebie for a little while. But I didn't really want to work on that one yet because I was so close to a finish on this one. So that's kind of where that is. And I think I will leave this here for now and start my new vlog for the coming week. So until then, happy stitching. Bye.